Hey everybody, it's Alex back with First to Five. We have Alexis here with us. Sorry, the Galaxy 310 is your team
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
Follow him. Just real quick, a couple questions for you about the game. So, what do you think about the game?
It went exactly how I thought it'd go. Defensively, we were a little suspect, throughout the games, and we kind of, you know, there were a few close calls early on in the season where they probably should have scored on us and they didn't. So to be honest, I'm not surprised the way it went. I was super happy when we got the early penalty. I was like, okay, maybe the tides are changing a little bit. Chicharito, he needs to score this. I
Yeah,
knew before they even showed him on the screen, I was like, okay, they're going to give him the penalty to get the monkey off his back so that he can, get on the score sheet, get his confidence back. He stepped up. I was like, okay, he wants it. Good. He took the ball, put it down. And then as soon as I saw the keeper kind of like just basically telegraph where he was going, I was like, oh no. And then, question, the keeper made another good save after that. But after that, I was just like, oh boy, here we go. It was difficult to watch because the offense just looked so disjointed to me. Chicha in the first half, I can't even recall a time where he made a meaningful pass or meaningful touch on the ball. It was just very forced. And Dunbar did really well. He was one of the
yeah,
very few bright spots for me. Dunbar and Pavon, per usual, were the honestly two very bright spots for me. Question, I think, in the midfield was probably our bright spot, winning the ball, not trying to do too much, not trying to play a long ball or anything like that. Just won the ball, played it the way, just kept the ball, kept possession because we honestly in the first half didn't have a lot of it in the first half. So it was nice to see that someone in the midfield could actually settle the game down. I think that was kind of his veteranship, showing the team, let's relax, guys. It's okay, like
mhm,
it's tied still. But yeah, I mean, the second half it was just very, I don't know. It just felt very forced. Crosses just for the sake of crosses. It wasn't. There was no meaning behind them. It was just get it in the box. Let's see. Maybe we can get a deflection or something falls to Chicha's feet, which it did early on in the
yeah,
first half. And man, at this point, I gotta say, I think it's just mental. Like I'm again, I'm glad he got the monkey off his back eventually. But unfortunately for us as Galaxy fans, it was too late. We were already two goals behind, and we had to rely on a Portland mistake for him to capitalize on, getting on the score sheet. That being said, I'm glad we got on the score sheet because I think we would have been even more defeated, felt more defeated if this game ended 2-0,
yeah. I agree.
So yeah, those are my initial thoughts.
Do you think that GBS actually had some adjustments at halftime, or do you think it was more of the just cross, cross, cross? Because I do feel that in the second half, we started the second half a little better energy, but then it kind of just fell into the same thing.
We did. I mean, yeah, and I think you're right. I think it was he probably really dug into them at halftime as he should because that first half was really difficult to watch and they came out with a little more energy, a little more attacking minded and some continuity, a little more continuity. But I think after a while when the legs started to go, and let's be real, it's the first game after 4 months off, their legs are going to go, and their legs went, and they kind of fell back into what they did in the first half where it was just kind of just get the ball in there and let's see what happens rather than let's really try to articulate an offense. Let's really try to move the ball side to side and create something. And it fell into more just let's just get it in there. And I think um, speaking on GBS, I got to give him credit for inserting Gordon Wild because
Yeah.
when he came in, the game changed a little bit. I mean,
Yes.
he was only a step offside. That could have been a leveler right there. And it wasn't, but just the fact that he was in that position to make that play and with his first touch of the game, he was able to put it away, which is something Chicha wasn't able to do. That's encouraging. So maybe next game, who knows? He brings them on earlier. He brings them on in the 70th minute or this, 65th, whatever it is. He showed that he could change the game a little bit and
Yeah.
provide some energy to the offense and some continuity. But yeah, I mean, I think honestly, looking forward to El Tráfico, it's a little discouraging, to be honest. I don't know what's gonna happen. It seems like the Galaxy are always able to turn it up a notch when when the derby comes, but we'll see. We'll see. It's hard, it's difficult to say. Having 4 months off to be able to turn that notch up, not being in midseason form.
Who was the best player on the pitch for you today?
Maybe because there was such a buzz about him to start with was Dunbar,
Oh,
but
did
he
I
might
say
have
that?
just been very surprising. He just looked for a 17-year-old, he just looked so calm on the ball.
Yeah,
Pavon did what we expected of him, and maybe that's why he's not my number one. He was kind of he did exactly what he does what he does. He takes guys on. He sees guys in dangerous positions and get them in, but I didn't know what to expect with Dunbar. I saw him in the scrimmage before they left for Orlando, and he looked promising. And then I was surprised he got the start. And then, boom, right out the gate, he gets the ball at his feet and he's taking guys on.
yeah.
He's going at the defense. He's laying guys off and creating chances for our attackers. If I'm not mistaken, he brought the ball in from the wing, in early in
Hmm.
the game and passed it off to Pavon, who's the one who got the penalty,
Yep.
to win the penalty.
Yep.
And so for me, I think it's like the most impressive slash most surprising player for me was Dunbar.